That moment of crossing the finish line and making my family proud, that got me hooked. Because over the years, I've disappointed them so many times, and triathlons just gave me that opportunity to make them proud just for that moment. I was a good husband and a good father, but I wasn't great. I would be at work thinking about a drink shaking. Knowing what I was before and having the fear of becoming that person again keeps me disciplined. I was getting close to turning 40, and I just, for some reason, reevaluated my life. My heaviest weight was 296 pounds. I would lose the weight and gain it back. I would say that I was going to quit drinking. I had a problem with alcohol. We'd have family gatherings, get-togethers, wife's friends would come over, and with the drinking, I'd outright embarrass her. You know, I'd be at a game with my son, and he'd ask me, "Hey, Dad, don't drink anymore. Make that your last one." And I think back at those moments and they hurt, because I had my son, who is the most inspiring person to me, asking me not to have another drink.
Good job!
I'm sure if I would have stopped drinking and stayed heavy, they would have still been happy. But so many disappointments throughout the years. And thinking back, you know, I thought back, hey, I'm about to turn 40. If something were to happen to me, would part of my family feel relieved that they didn't have to deal with so much disappointment? That day, I looked in the mirror and I asked myself, is this how I want to live the rest of my life? You only get one life, so I might as well make the change, and I committed to that change.
13-hour workday, coming home, 3 times 8 minutes at threshold. Not the easiest one to do, but it's necessary. It's what we signed up for.
I first got into triathlon. It started as a weight loss journey, and I was running, and for a while I would lose the weight, gain it, lose it, gain it. And then I was getting ready to do a half marathon when I had a friend of mine. He snapped me a picture and said, "Hey, why don't you do one of these?" And I looked at what the distances were, and it scared me. And that's what got me into it, because it scared me. My first impression on triathlon was there are just so many positive people around. You have people from different walks of life, different stories, some incredible people going out there and just having a great time. I've never really met a grumpy person in triathlon. What it reminds me of is the adaptive sports community, where my son, he plays wheelchair basketball, but all the Paralympians that he talks to on almost a daily basis, they don't big time anyone. I mean, they embrace everyone. So it's, what I love about triathlon is the community. If I focus on the things that I have to do all the time and not consider my family and my wife, you know, that makes things a little harder. You know, the kids aren't gonna feel loved, you're not gonna give them the time, and your spouse is gonna feel the same way when it's all about you. But getting them involved, that makes a big difference, because then I don't feel like I'm doing something for myself. I'm doing it for the reason that I picked from the beginning, was for my family. If you see on my tri-suit, I've got my Y on there. So the name of all 5 of my kids, along with my wife. You know, I do this not just for me, I do it for them, to show them that no matter how low of a point we hit in life, how tough things may get, that we can push through and make it happen, so long as we're willing to work for it and we stay committed. When I got started, swimming sucked. So I'd go to the Y every morning. The pool opens at 5 a.m. by our house. I'd get up at 4:30, get to the pool. I just practiced breathing under the water. I had my head under, breathing to the side, blowing the bubbles, and just swimming laps, practicing how to breathe. And because of how hard it was, that made me want to do it more, because once I got good at it, then I knew I accomplished something. If you accomplish something that's easy, to me, there's really not much value there.
Whew. That was best average 75 meters on 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Oh, nice and rough. 4 sets of that one. Easy swim laps in between, and back at the hard. This is why we do it, baby.
Why I'm excited about racing in the T100 triathlon is a lot of similarities between me and the way the T100 just came out. T100 came out just swinging. The distance is challenging. The courses are never easy. And that lines up with my philosophy. I don't want to do anything easy. I want it to be hard.
Got a nice workout in. 4 times 8 minutes at threshold. 1 minute easy in between. Those are tough ones, especially the 4th set. If you want to slow down, what I do is I got that 300-pound version of myself in the back of my head laughing, saying the easy life is much better. We're not here to live the easy life. We're here to make a difference. T100 Vegas, we're coming.
With Morton, I've had a big improvement on my nutrition, my understanding. It's helped me significantly. So before I would work out and say, hey, this is a hard workout, so let me just have the right nutrition throughout the workout. Well, this one's the easier one. I'll be all right with, just 45 grams of carbs. What Morton has taught me is to fuel every workout properly. And what I found through that, less soreness the next day, feeling better through the late portions of the workout. After a 4 or 5 hour bike and hitting a run off of that, I felt great.
Most of the carbohydrates, if you add more carbohydrates in a day, they will not stick to the body, let's say, and if you're training like you're doing now. In most athletes, when they take training serious and they have this athlete mindset like you have, you can safely eat some carbohydrates more sometimes.
I take a lot of notes, so that's what I'm doing.
That's really good. That's really good.
Some of the things I thought about was, we're putting this many carbs in my body, and it gives me a flashback to me being obese. And I'm like, I'm working out so much, I don't want to start gaining weight, gain a bunch of fat, and just lose my appearance. And one thing Ben did is give me the peace of mind and said, you're gonna burn it off the way you're working out. You're gonna get the carbs, the way you're pushing yourself, you're gonna burn it off. And he was 100% right.
Wrapping up an hour run after the bike, so a nice brick. As you see, it's getting dark out here. Cars are rolling by with the lights on. We got it in. That's what's important. We got it in. Doesn't matter what time of the day, doesn't matter how you feel. What matters is we got it in. Let's go.
I measure success in triathlon by, one, am I having fun? Because that's it right there. Me and my family, are we having fun? Are we enjoying it? That's what success means to me. Am I still making them proud? Are they enjoying the journey? And number 2, am I able to perform at an elite level? Am I pushing myself? Am I getting faster? Am I getting better, stronger? Success means being able to do this as a lifestyle, long-term, and performing at a level I didn't believe I could accomplish.
Right now, I'm not worried about the next 2 sets. Present on the current one. After a long day working till 5. All while making sure I'm fueled. We're coming, Vegas. You got to give me a tip so I'm the age group winner at Vegas. You got to give me the magic trick.
So my tip is just to focus on your hydration and your fueling. I don't know, keep moving forward. These races.
Finishing isn't the question, it's how hard can I push myself.
Sure.
Like every one of these I do is, I want to make sure when I cross that line, I didn't leave an ounce of effort there. 2 years ago, my FTP was 154 watts. Now I'm doing sets at 320 watts. Growth comes from discomfort and consistency.
your pacing strategy should be according to the elements and the hills and the corners that's in the course. So try to adapt to that a little bit.
If they're super hot, super hilly, challenging, that's what I like. That's what we do it for.
I wish you the best of luck for Vegas, and I can't wait to see your results.
I think you'll do well if you keep pushing like always. Keep the mindset that you have. You'll keep up the pace that you need. Stay strong during the race.
Ideally, I'd like to finish in 4 hours and 40 minutes. It's not an easy course, but that's our preferred with all the elevation and the challenges. So Jazzy, do you have any words of wisdom for me? Because I got a bike like that guy right there. So do you have any words of wisdom for me for Vegas?
Just, if you're feeling down, you're feeling tired, just keep pushing. Just know what's ahead of you, and it'll all be over soon if you just keep pushing and never give up.
All right, Vegas, here we come. We are ready. Had the bike packed up, little luggage, that's all I need. We'll get it to the back of this SUV and get rolling for our flight to Vegas. Getting ready to leave cold Wisconsin. Over here in Vegas. Bike and bag, get to the hotel. The Westin, yeah. But the Westin is a nice hotel here. What's pretty cool is I got here, after I checked and I walked, oh my God, it was Taylor Nib. Taylor Nib, I never pictured meeting her in person. She was kind enough to spend a couple minutes chatting with me, so that was pretty cool.
There's actually a really good state park to ride if you're gonna ride outside.
Okay, yeah, I plan on riding today.
It's $15 for the week.
Okay.
And then you can enter and exit as much as you please.
Okay. Cool, thank you. Timing check, 13:41.
Rafael, right?
Yes. Sorry, just doing you. Perfect, thank you. It's important. I gotta make sure I go as fast as I wanna go. You know, I remember when I first signed up for this race, I set a goal looking at the distance. I was like, maybe I'll set something crazy and do it in 4:40. And then the course came out.
4:40?
Yeah, 4 hours and 40 minutes. It was 3,600 feet of climbing. You know what? Hey, I committed to that goal, so I'm gonna do everything I can to hit it. You know, tomorrow's about pushing myself. Now I'm official. I got my bag, got my shirt. Interesting thing about the shirt, it's a size medium. A few years ago, this was a 5X. I used to go to the store and you gotta shop in the big and tall section. Just finished with the bike ride. Did a loop and a few extra miles, nice and easy. Got used to the turns, the fast downhills. That's gonna be a fun course coming out of transition. You hit the hills right away and you work on them hills because they go a long time. And then on the way back down, you go super fast and it's fun.
Yeah, I'm feeling up to this challenge. I know I can conquer this course. You know, finishing isn't a question. It's how hard I go and how fast I can finish. I'm looking forward to hearing and seeing the smile on my kids' faces afterwards, you know, when I call them back at home, and just seeing my wife after the finish line and throughout the race. I love this journey. You know, it means a lot to me. It's been life-changing for me, and I love being here with the T100.
One day till race day, breakfast, morning of the pro race. Excited to get out there and see the ladies get after it, and then after that the men. This has been my go-to every morning here. Oatmeal and fruit every morning. I got joined last night. My wife arrived. She gets to have a nice omelet and potatoes. So I'm gonna have breakfast and head out and watch the ladies get after it. We're almost at the race start. Headed over there at our marathon race pace. So we gotta hurry up and get there. I got my picks. So this is who I'd like to see on the podium. Taylor Nib, she's gonna win it all. Jackie Herring, our neighbor. She's from Madison, Wisconsin. We live in West Bend, so she's about an hour away. Want to see her on that podium. And our new friend, Flora Duffy. Want to see her on there. Let's go.
On your mark.
Let's go, Flora!
Your champion of Lake Las Vegas T100, Taylor Neal.
Got a penalty and still made the podium.
Suddenly turning around. These ladies are absolutely incredible. And you know what? Given the year that we've had, I just think that your body's going to be incredible. Right now,
That was incredible. You're able to get a penalty and still come on the podium. Race morning, getting everything ready. Got some good sleep last night, knocked out right after the men and women pro races. That was an exciting day. So what I'm gonna do for race day is I'm gonna have one bottle with all my morning nutrition, another bottle with electrolytes, and then my front arrow bottle with just water, and that's what I'll keep refilling with water. Plan is after this, go put some air on my tires, get the bottles on my bike, go to the swim start and get ready to have fun. This is the secret, it's the brush. Always after the bike, getting the helmet on, brush my hair. Look good, feel good, race good. I'm ready, I'm feeling great. I woke up this morning a little nervous, double and triple checking to make sure I got everything that I need. Went to put air in the tires, got the bottles ready. The nerves kind of went away a little, and now I'm more excited. I started feeling grateful to just be at the start line again. After watching the pros yesterday and being able to do a hard course like this, I'm excited for it.
Okay, 11:56, I see you.
For me, hard things are fun because, you know, when you look back at something and what you've done in life, you ask yourself, did I get myself out of my comfort zone? For a period of time in my life, I couldn't answer that question with any yeses. So now I find things that are hard and challenging, and that really drives me to go after them. I expect there to be challenges. That's the beauty and a big part of triathlon, are challenges that you have, but I also expect to overcome them. So me in my head, I already know if there's gonna be a challenge or something that punches me right in the mouth, I expect to overcome it. So knowing that, I just stay present. And I look back and I'm like, man, I started at 300 pounds and alcoholic. I did do something special, and I should be proud of that. And you know, sometimes this is what I gotta do today, and I'm so far on moving forward every day that I forget to think back of what got me here. I'm just grateful that I was able to change my life and my body to be able to be at a start line of a race. Grateful to have the opportunity to perform at this level, and grateful to the opportunity to inspire my wife and my kids. Time to go hard on the run. As I'm excited about this run. I know it's hilly and hard like that bike. Oh, that bike was fun. See, I gotta brush my hair for my wife. You see that? That way she doesn't think I'm suffering too much. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. This is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want it easy. So I think I can go out that way. All right. Quads are feeling good after that bike. The nutrition plan this time is the reason why I was able to execute on the effort that I put in on race day. On the run, I averaged a heart rate of 169. I've never averaged a heart rate that high on a run. But the speed doesn't show that, but the effort was there. I wouldn't have been able to put that effort without the nutrition. Every time I finish a triathlon race, my love continues to grow. When I'm getting to that finish line, I don't know what it is, but I lose control of whatever emotions are coming out. I know at that moment when I'm crossing that finish line that I'm giving my family a moment to be proud of me. And that means more to me than anything else, especially throughout my life, how many times I've disappointed them. I get the opportunity to make them proud. Triathlon did that for me. Had it not been for triathlon, I wouldn't have that opportunity. You know, it's kept me healthy, it's kept me free of drinking.
Seeing the impact it's had on my family, that's much more rewarding than being able to cross the finish line as a winner of a race.